Hello guys, today we are going to be looking at the best and obviously my favorite champion, Nunu and Willump. I'm going to be going through the build so you can be getting the maximum damage and also what runes and some of the spells to be running. Okay, let us first talk about the build. You have to be going with Rod of Ages first in my opinion. You can skip it out, but I think the stats it gives you are just so great and synergize so well with Nunu's abilities. So if you don't know, Rod of Ages is a weak item early game, but it scales over time. And once it's fully stacked up, which will take around like 7.5 minutes after you first buy it, you'll get 120 AP and I think around 400 bonus health as well. On top of that, you get some extra mana. So this item is really good, especially because Nunu's first ability and his ultimate actually scale off bonus HP as well, which is why it has that extra synergy with Nunu in particular. Next, we want to be going for our AP boots, and this is probably the most important thing with Nunu, and he makes the best use of enchantments out of probably any champion, and it's going for the Glory enchant because it just gives you such crazy movement speed and makes it so much easier to hit those snowballs. Secondly, we have a bit of a situational one. If you want to be going for the damage, go for Infinity Orb. But if you are having difficulty with some of their champions, such as Lux or Morgana, where it's really hard for you to roll and hit a snowball into them because it's easy for them to hit a stun or a root on you because you're rolling in a straight line, then you want to be going for a Crown of the Shattered Queen first, just so you can get that spell shield and then block the damage and the stun and just keep rolling and hit a big snowball. So you can either go one of those second, but then third, you always want to be going for Rabadons. This is basically what you should be doing with any mage. Third is the latest you want to be buying Rabadons because it's just so much ability power. Then finally, fourth item, you can buy either the Infinity Orb or the Crown, whichever one you didn't get second. And finally, to finish it off, we like to go for the Malignant. This one is really nice. Even though Nunu's damage doesn't mainly come from his ultimate, just having that low cooldown is really, really cool in terms of the fights, and his ultimate damage is really ridiculous. So if you have it in a fight, that's guaranteed easy 2 or 3 kills. Now, when it comes to the runes, we always want to be going with the same runes every game, basically. First Strike, so good. Bonus gold and bonus damage. With Nunu, you can consistently be making 2k gold. With your second ability or your ultimate, you'll get easily 200 plus gold every time you use it in the late game, which is just really great. And also with Nunu, the faster you can get all your items, every item is a big spike, especially if you want to be, for example, trying to get your crown so you can actually play the game. That is a really important one. And then obviously after you've got that, getting your Rabadons just to get the bonus damage is really, really crucial. Now in terms of the primary tree, I like to go with the red tree. This one, we can take Shield Bash, where we get bonus damage once we heal, and obviously this works with our first ability and also actually with shielding effect, so that's our ultimate as well, so we can get the bonus damage from that. Cheap Shot is a really, really crucial one because Nunu has a lot of CC, so and it works really well with this combo. Basically, if you CC someone, then you deal extra true damage to them, so if you hit them with a snowball, then you can do a big true damage afterwards. And finally, we can go for Eyeball Collector just to get some extra AP when we take down champions. This is an interesting one actually. You can go with Zombie Ward because it gives you more AP in the long run. However, I often find with Nunu, you don't clear that many wards just because if you're rolling in for a gank, you probably turn on the sweeper, but you don't stop to clear any of the wards. And finally, just for some more AP, we go for Gathering Storm. I find that you don't really need Giant Slayer or anything like that because your third ability already does percentage health damage. All Right, so we have got ourselves a game. You can see I'm actually top 200 on this account as well, which is very nice. We against Kayle, Lee Sin, Ahri, Samira, Malphite. Okay, so with Nunu, the main thing that is annoying for us is mobility, right? Because then it's hard to hit our snowballs. So the main guys who are annoying are really just Lee Sin. Obviously, Ahri has her ult, which we have to be careful of. But other than that, we're kind of fine. Samira obviously has her dash as well, but that has to be like through a champion. So Lee Sin is the one with really the only sort of mobility that could really dodge our W that we have to think about. Another thing to think about when playing Nunu is obviously your ganks are very good. So always keep that in mind. If you can see a lane which could possibly be an easy gank, such as the Kayle, then it's always nice to go and gank that. So obviously Nasus himself is not the best champion for ganks. However, when combined with Nunu, if he uses his slow to make the Kayle move really slowly, then we are able to hit an easy snowball and then get a nice kill. So nothing too fancy here, just seeing our TF getting clapped in the mid lane, but we're going to keep farming. Okay, so we see the Lee Sin, he's going. Hopefully the what's it called doesn't die, the TF doesn't die to that. Perfect. The reason why that's so good for us is because now the Lee Sin has wasted a bunch of time. He doesn't really want to be on that side of the map because he's just finished his camps over there. But already looking at his playstyle, I know that he's going to want to try and gank these guys topside. Now, I'm looking at the Kayle. The wave is crashed, but I'm not level 5 yet. The Kayle is quite weak though. But we got to keep in mind that the Lee Sin probably based and might be coming back now to his topside. So, given that, I kind of do want to look for this Kayle though. Can maybe get a big snowball. Nice, perfect, perfect. And that's a kill. Perfect, just like that. So you can see one thing there, to increase my chance of hitting the snowball, I went for more of an arc. So instead of hugging the bush to stay out of vision, I went around a little bit close to this bottom side actually, just so that I could turn more easily in case the Kayle tried to hug the wall. So this is obviously something which is nice to know when you're playing against a Nunu as well. We're looking for a gank here, not really going to force anything though, just throwing a snowball. Maybe we get a first strike proc. Looks like no. We're going to check this because this is up. Perfect. We can steal some of the Lee Sin's camps. Oh, he is here though, but it's perfectly fine. Now our team knows that he's there, so they can be a little bit careful. But the reason we were able to get there before the Lee Sin is because he was busy trying to kill the TF back when we were full clearing. I hate when the team does things like this, where they step up so high, even though they've seen that the Lee Sin was there. But, you know, that's just average gameplay for you. Let me just mute everyone before they say some things that annoy me. We do see that the Lee Sin is kind of low, the Malphite is low as well, but, you know, it is not too much we can do. The main reason I don't want to force anything is just because we have our Rod of Ages in base as well, and as I mentioned at the start, that is a scaling item. So that item, you really do have to get it as soon as possible, otherwise it will really be too weak for the majority of the game. So we get it nice and early, around 3:30, which means that we should be in a good position to do something around like 10 minutes in sort of the mid game. Okay, so now again, not sure where the Lee Sin is, but can see he is top again. So what does this mean for me? We can either look on the Kayle, which is probably what I will be doing, especially because she's playing a little bit aggressive. Hopefully he can get a slow. Perfect. She is going to get hit. She might ult, but hopefully my ult is long enough. Okay, she has to flash as well. Okay, the Nasus is going a little bit crazy. And we do pick her up. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to clear this a little bit and get a plate. Perfect. It's looking really good for me, to be honest. You can see I have huge gold advantage on the Lee Sin. Huge level advantage as well. We are going to have to watch out for this Ahri. She does hit the charm on us. We do get a little bit of a heal, but I think there's not too much we can do. Okay, unlucky. The reason that's an unfortunate death timing is because obviously the Herald is spawning, and my TF hasn't done anything all game. But yeah, it was a little bit of an overstay by me. What I should have done is after I got the turret plating which I wanted, I should have just run back. Now I really don't know why my team is even still hitting the thingy, because it's so obvious that the Lee Sin is going to come and steal it. But again, that's just your average team for you, so what can we do? But we just go back to clearing. Nothing too bad is happening. They can maybe get a kill on the Ahri, which would be nice. Looks like she is going to die to the brand. Very nice. Are they going to get 2v1 by the Malphite? No, they're actually going to win maybe. Never mind, the Varus dies. And the brand dies as well. So I could have looked there, but the reason I didn't look is because, one, it's at most one kill, right? So not even that good. And again, that kill isn't really very guaranteed for me. Is my Nasus going to die? If not, we're going to go bot. Okay, he does die. Okay, unlucky I smited the Gromp instead of the Lee Sin, but all worked out fine in the end. You can see the Kayle. Is she going to base? Looks like she wants to. Gonna leave the wave. I was just going to stop the Scorpion. There I probably should have just gone and taken the wave first before I did my rocks, but it's fine. We see the Ahri like half HP. She might stay. Okay, she does stay. Again, I was already basing in case she didn't stay, but she is going to stay. We're going to pop the ghost. We're going to hit her with the snowball and get a nice kill there. This Herald is going to take the tower, so we are just going to allow that to happen. And hopefully we can get at least a little bit of gold from these guys. So it's not going too badly. Money-wise, we're pretty rich. The Samira is pretty rich as well. We are going to go for our Infinity Orb. She is going to get the tower top, which is fine. Like, is it just me, or has my TF done, like, nothing all game? I don't know. Feel like he's been a bit invisible, but it's fine. Okay, my Nasus is coming online now. So this is one of the good things about me ganking the Nasus so much. He is obviously a scaling champion, as is the Kayle. So we just helped him through the early game a little bit. And now he should be in a pretty good position to dominate the side lane. I think the Kayle will stand really no chance against him at all. I don't think anyone really stands a chance against the Nasus in the side lane. We do see the Lee Sin here. Might go for the little ult on the... Just go for the crab, that's all I really want. Now we can pop the... what's it called? The glory. You see the glory is always just so useful there. We do see the Kayle here. Like, if she comes, she's dead, by the way. You know, you don't want to stay. But, like, it's so free, isn't it? Yeah. Like, all she needs to do is just slow, and I can get the follow-up CC. I haven't seen where their guys are. I'm a little bit worried about this Ahri appearing out of nowhere. He is coming this way. I'm so greedy, so I'm going to take it. That's probably going to cost me, but maybe we're fine. Get a heal? No, unlucky. Yeah, no, that's just me being greedy. I obviously wanted to get the blue buff, but, you know, it's still worth in my eyes. getting a blue buff is always worth. But yeah, now he's obviously going to go for my blue buff. If my team had eyes, they would see that. Maybe the Nasus gets a kill though. Perfect. Unfortunately, my team does not have eyes. The Brand goes there by himself and gets a kill. So, isn't it funny how when the enemy jungler goes into the into my jungle, that the whole team is there, but then when my team goes, when I go, suddenly there's no one. Oh, nice by the Malphite. Get a big ult there, and obviously we're going to collapse the Malphite as well. Unfortunately, it's taking a little bit of time, so we're just gonna get this, and then we just finish him off. Get a nice little triple there. That was a nice little play there. And again, you can see my Nasus doing a really great job on the sideline against the Kayle. She really stands no chance against him. And we can win the team fight as well, quite easy. But like, look at my TF, he's ulting. He's not even ulting near the dragon though. He's just ulting for the fun of it, I think. Which is, you know, as long as he's having fun, that's all that matters, right? But still. Alright, now we are going to try push out this top wave. Don't think we're going to be able to get the tower because another wave is coming. But more important than getting the tower, oh, actually, we see everyone going mid. This is your average diamond gameplay. Go mid, because why not? So we're going to get this. And I can look, okay? I see the Lee Sin coming. So we are going to wait for him. Okay, we see he's on his blue buff. And he is going to die. No way he doesn't die, by the way. Thank you. I did kind of grief that. Okay, they're all coming. I think I'm fine, to be honest. I will ghost just to be extra sure that I make it out. The Ahri is chasing me as well. But yeah, we're fine. I don't think any of them can really chase me. I mean, I have no ult, so obviously that's a little bit of an issue. But okay, wait. The little annoying ward thing is going away. So we should be in a pretty good position to get this blue buff, which, as you know, is all I care about. And finally we can base. So recently, yeah, I have been enjoying the Malignants. I think, again, the ult isn't too important on Nunu. So I wouldn't say it's like the most important thing in the world to have. Okay, so that's some nice damage there by us. I think I'm just going to ult for that. Okay, nice. We do get that. My Nasus is still alive. Okay, we lost 2 for 1. Not the best trade, but not the end of the world either. You can see the Lee Sin is looking. Okay, the Kayle, no flash. I don't think you should be doing that, buddy. Unfortunately, the Lee Sin, as I said, there is his dash. Very annoying. It really works well against all of our abilities, right? It works well against our snowball, works well against our third ability, works well against everything. If the thingy can get a... Oh, but we get a drift maybe? Nah, no drift, unfortunately. Sad. But yeah, his W is really annoying because he can dodge, he can jump out of our ult, he can jump away from our snowball, which is why the worst thing, worse than any sort of CC like a Lux or Morgana, is really always going to be dashes. And it's always big dashes like Lee Sin jump, you know, or like a Vi Q is also annoying. But like, for example, a small dash, like a Riven, sort of not the end of the world to have. Alright, so the Malphite is going for a big 1v3 play. He is going to die, so we are just going to go for the Barone. If the team comes, it would be nice. I obviously don't mind flipping it. The Malphite is making his way over as well. Thankfully, the TF does actually come over for once. We are going to ult just to secure it. I did ult quite early. That's going to be a deadly sin. The best thing about the ult is just for securing objectives. I don't like it so much against Baron, just because Baron always gives you a debuff, so it becomes a little bit harder to know exactly how much damage you're going to do. But I know when I'm doing what's it called, if I'm on Elder or any other sort of dragon, if I ult and I'm basically full build, that's an easy 4k damage or so once it's fully charged, and that is unsmiteable. Like you can't outsmite that. So that is why Nunu is really great. And the other cool thing is, if they try and jump in and steal it, they will just instantly die because you are going to do crazy damage to them as well. The ult is literally a one-shot. I kind of want to teach this Lee Sin a lesson. So we're just going to go... We do miss, unfortunately. He was a little bit of a slippery one. But sometimes it's more just like that's the alpha play to do, you know. You got to tell the Lee Sin, like, that isn't his jungle, that's my jungle. This whole, like, everything on the map is mine. As I said, that my entire team is running it down, unsurprisingly. We don't really care about this dragon, but everyone's dead. So it's one of those, like, I'm going to have to do it myself moments. I think I just saw the Lee Sin jump. It would have been really nice to go that way. I kind of want to wait in a bush for someone. But see two of them basing. See if the Lee Sin is here. He is here, actually. I think he's just dead. Yep, balanced. Okay, and I don't know why I'm walking this way. So this is when you pop the ghost. And then once you're close, the glory. Hit them with a chomp. You just wait. Boom. And then that's another ult. That's a double kill. So as I was saying, that like it's really not much they can do. We're obviously going to wait for the Nasus to queue again so we can eat it. Oh, okay. I'm not eating it, I guess. But yeah, that's the crazy thing about Nunu. Every single one of his abilities does so much damage. So even there, like on the Lee Sin, obviously I'm ahead, right? So you could say that about any champion really. But I hit him with the third ability. The third ability is half their health bar. The fully charged W is like 90% of their health bar. Just the close range one is another like 20% easy. I do want to fight this. Like, he is just going to die, by the way. Look at the E, by the way. You see that's 1.5k from the release of my third ability. We are looking. No, there's going to be a Lee Sin in here somewhere. Okay, I'm in a bit of a sticky situation. So this is the issue with Nunu. You always got to be worried about your... you got to be taking into account your position. So the Samira is going to die. You can see the size of that, what's it called as well. The size of that malignance little circle thingy. It is really, really nice. So we managed to ace them all. The only one left is the Malphite. This should be a pretty easy end, to be honest. Especially with the Nasus, he is going to absolutely demolish these towers. I am taking some damage, unfortunately. Nope, not a problem. We're full HP again because we just healed 1k off that. And the thing is, I will actually just kill the Malphite. So we're just going to fully charge an ult. Oh, that is a full tank Malphite, by the way. Full tank Malphite just disappeared. Yeah, nice champ. Very nice champ. But yeah, as you guys can see, AP Nunu, not a troll pick. You will not get banned if you play like this. But yeah, we get a nice win right there. I don't know how I've been robbed of an S, to be honest, but you know, it is what it is. At least we'll take the MVP. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.